way. That's a very few number. Man, the passion, energy from our fan base. I've been in a lot of competitive arenas as a player and as a coach. There was nothing better that I've ever been in than what happened on Saturday night.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to make another video talking about Nico Iamaleava. He's the talk of the town right now. Just a few days removed from his 3-day visit on Rocky Top. A lot of positive things coming out of that visit, but a couple of questions keep getting asked. 2 questions keep getting asked. We're going to get into it. We're going to discuss it. But as always, do me a favor. Make sure you smash that like button just below the video. It's quick. It's free. It's easy. Just hit that little thumbs up. It helps the channel. I would appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. So make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. So what's the first question? What's the first question? Why Nico? Why is everybody making such a big deal about Nico Iamaleava? Well, he is a game changer. He is the type of player that when he comes in, he has this aura. He has this presence about him. And first and foremost, I think if Nico does commit to Tennessee, you're going to see some momentum in the class of 2023. We were talking about recruiting last night on the NCAA 2013 stream, and we were talking about 2022 being a free pass because of the NCAA investigation, because of negative recruiting. It is what it is. It all starts now for Josh Heupel and this coaching staff. As of now, they've got a pretty good start on recruiting. Ethan Davis, 4-star tight end out of Georgia, is committed. He's the top guy that is currently committed to Tennessee. They've also got Aiden Bussell, in-state offensive tackle. They've got Nate Spillman, in-state wide receiver. And then Jack Luttrell, a 3-star safety out of Georgia. I saw where he was picking up some offers, picking up some interest from Georgia. Wouldn't be surprised before it's all said and done if he gets a bump in the ratings as well. But as we go through this class of 23, if Nico does make it to Tennessee, I think you're going to see a boost in recruiting. When he hits the recruiting trail and he starts talking to different guys in the class of 23, Tennessee is only going to benefit from that. So again, why Nico? I saw people posting on VolQuest and people commenting on YouTube and different places saying, what about Taven Jackson? What about him? You have to recruit an elite level quarterback every single recruiting cycle, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. What about Taven Jackson? If Taven Jackson can't handle Nico coming to Tennessee, if he can't handle that competition, then Taven Jackson's not the guy. Taven Jackson is never going to take a snap at Tennessee if he can't handle the pressure, if he can't thrive under competition. Iron sharpens iron. What better way to rebuild this program than to have Nico and Taven Jackson both on campus at the same time? All this recruiting hype, all this momentum, all this talk about Nico has nothing to do with Taven Jackson. Taven Jackson's already signed the dotted line. He's on campus. He's going to work. He's got a 1-year jump. If Nico comes to Tennessee, Taven Jackson has a 1-year jump. Let's go. Competition breeds success. So the number 2 question that I keep getting asked about Nico is, does Tennessee really have a chance? People see the crystal ball to Oregon and they just run with it. They don't do their due diligence. They don't look into it. They don't educate themselves. They just run with it. There's a crystal ball. It must be over and done. He's going to Oregon. Well, one of you listeners so kindly tagged me in on this over on the Twitter machine. This is over at On3. They went ahead and updated the recruiting prediction machine, and you can see as of last night, Tennessee now the favorite in the race for Nico, the 5-star quarterback out of California. 45.5% chance that Nico ends up at Tennessee. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it just shows you that there is a legitimate shot. Tennessee is 100% in the mix for this recruitment. You can see there Oregon following up with 31.3%, Alabama and Georgia falling further and further behind. 9.4 for Alabama, 7.4% chance for Georgia. Let's take it a step further. Let's take a look at this article over on Rivals.com, UGA Sports site on Rivals. Fact or fiction? Tennessee has the edge for Nico Iamaleava. This is Adam Gorney. So let's scroll down here. A couple of different takes. We're just going to take a look at Nico. After his Tennessee visit, the Vols have a slight edge in Nico Iamaleava's recruitment. Fact or fiction? Let's go ahead and see what Gorney has to say. He says it's a fact. He says, I'll say this, more visits will happen and things could definitely change because Alabama and Georgia will be contenders in the SEC. Oregon is going to play a major role here and others could slide in the mix too. But the Tennessee visit was huge for Nico as comfort, play style, and love from the fan base and coaching staff are going to be factors he considers along with NIL potential. Been told by numerous people now that playing in the SEC is a major draw, but I don't think the Ducks also very much in this because of Nike considerations. We will see. Tennessee absolutely did everything possible to convince Iamaleava it was the right spot. I'll give the Vols the slightest edge right now with the caveat, more trips could sway his opinion. Now, that's the thing. There are more trips. There are more visits. How much does that love matter? How much does Nico put in to the fan base? Because, look, we all know as Tennessee fans, it has been a hot minute since we have had that rock star, that top recruit. Hendon Hooker is probably as close to a rock star as you can get right now. You go back, Josh Dobbs, probably the quarterback prior to him that I would say that about. But when is the last time that Tennessee won such a big recruiting battle and you had a guy walking in on campus as a true freshman that had this type of star power? Nico has not even played his senior season of high school football, but we're already talking about what a rock star he is. Go back and look at the picture with the Mercedes. The kid just has that it factor. There's something about him. He has the potential to be a legend. Now, let's see what Austin Price had to say about it. Don't break my heart, Austin. He says fiction. Fiction. Austin, what are you doing? What are you doing? He says it's not that I think Tennessee is in bad shape because I think they are in as good of a position as they could be in leaving the weekend. I just know with more trips to come, including a return trip to Knoxville in April, that's key. That return trip is key for me. Says Iamaleava and his recruitment will have plenty of marinating left to do. For the last several months, people around Nico have told me they prefer to play in the SEC. Let me say that again. They prefer to play in the SEC. How big of a factor is that? Again, when you go back and you look at the recruiting predictions, Tennessee at 45%, Oregon at 31%, Alabama and Georgia way down the list. Now, that can change. Recruiting is fluid once he takes a visit to Alabama, to Georgia. But how much does it impact Nico that Alabama and Georgia, their priority, their number one target is Arch Manning? It's not Nico. Tennessee pushed all the chips in on Nico. That is their guy. That is their top target. How much does that mean to him? How much does he value that? But again, he wants to play in the SEC. How big of a factor is that? Will Oregon's fan base show him the love that Rocky Top showed him over the weekend? What's the NIL deal look like? Article goes on to say here the message hasn't changed and thus Tennessee has that feather in its cap. When you spend 3+ days in Knoxville, it screams Tennessee is a real threat to land Nico. So we will continue to follow his recruitment. Just wanted to update you guys because that was the big comment that I was getting was that Oregon was favored. Oregon had the crystal ball, but things are starting to change. You guys know what to do. Hit that comment section. How would you answer the two questions? Why Nico? That's the one I keep getting. Why Nico? What about Taven Jackson? But also, does Tennessee have a legitimate shot here? Hit that comment section and let me know. If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, you can go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Just go to bonfire.com. store/talkinvols. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Also, we're on that membership drive. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can do so for as little as 99 cents a month. Just hit that join button down below right beside subscribe. It is basically a financial contribution, but you also get a few gifts. You get access to custom Talkin' Vols emojis. You get access to fan call-in shows, but any and all support greatly appreciated. Again, bonfire.com/store/talkinvols. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.